Hello, 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 everybody. How is everyone doing tonight? I am Mrs. Pixel. Thank you for stopping in at my channel. We are going to continue working on our carousel canvas. I went ahead and already marked off our next column that we're going to work on today. And I made the top section just a little bit bigger than the other ones because it's a lot of block coloring. So I figure we'll get all the block coloring out of the way as quickly as possible and we can move on to the fun confetti stuff. So, let's go. Let's see if I did this good. Not too bad. All right. I tried to pre-measure this out so it will hopefully not give us too many issues today, but you know, surprises around every corner happen. So I decided I have one of these little roller thingies that you're supposed to use to roll your um, roll over your drills to make sure they're all sticking. But I found that if I roll over this before I put the drills in, it doesn't lift up as much as it was. I don't know why. I think it's just because the stencil's getting a lot of use, so it's starting to lift a lot. But I do that, it sticks real good, and we can move on and not have to worry about it lifting. I'm noticing that like I said, as you use the stencils and pull them up, they do get out of shape a little bit, but this really does help to fix that. Yeah, this is literally all block coloring, so this should be fairly quick, this top one. Just need to find F. Got all really pretty blue colors going on right now, so we'll get all those out of the way. I think because we have so much to do when it comes to these big sections, I'm going to go ahead and get out my big tray, which I have, got a little dust on there, that I use for lots of block coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the F's in here so I don't have to keep shaking up this little container for right now. This is just a temporary scenario when I have a lot of block coloring to do. It makes it easier. I have more room to make columns. So we're going to do that for right now. I do this, I'm finding that this helps a little bit more just with, like I said, with a lot of block coloring, a lot of bigger sections, because these are little. I mean, so they're not bad, but they're little, so they're more suited for your confetti and little things. When you got big sections like this, using a bigger tray really just helps make things go a lot faster. You have more room. to make your lines than you would in that little tray. So I've been changing a couple things up lately. So yeah, trying out a few new things, trying to make things a little bit easier, more efficient. Yeah, maybe it's not the most efficient to have to go from like one tray to the next, but in canvases that have both, I don't really see the issue because it's just a temporary thing. So I hope everybody's having a good week this week. It has been not too bad. I wouldn't say we had a lot of rain. We had a little bit, but the last 2 days, the weather's been very strange. But it's nice. It's cool, way cooler than the 90s. So with a nice, very nice breeze blowing. So it's been nice to have the house open and not have the air conditioner on. And yeah. So I'm not looking forward to it going back up into the high 80s, low 90s. I think starting this, if not tomorrow, I know over the weekend. And I am just not ready for the heat again. Kind of enjoying this, cooler weather. My daughter is totally enjoying it. She said she's got fall vibes going on, and she is ready for fall already. She's ready for Halloween. She's ready to get out all that stuff, and I'm not there yet. But I'm seeing all over the place the Halloween, not so much decorations yet, but like crafting tutorials are starting to show up all over the place on Instagram, and I'm like, not yet, not ready. The unfortunate part about that is that once you see them and you see a craft that you like, if you don't go out and try to find the supplies for it right away, you're not going to find the supplies when it comes time to make the craft for whatever holiday it is. So I'm trying to stay off of it because I don't want to buy any of that this year. I am trying to cut myself off of buying a whole lot of decorations for... Hi, Mirror Bear. Just saying hello, about to be... Oh, I wish I had your motivation. I really need to learn how to do that, but have fun at the gym. Yeah, so, I'm really trying not to spend money on... And luckily, my oldest is in the Air Force, so she doesn't work at Dollar Tree anymore, so she can't tell me all of the fun things that are coming out. The only way I'm going to know about them is if I go to the store, and I'm trying to cut down on my Dollar Tree visits. That place is like crack. I can easily spend all of my time there. You spilled all of your beads and got them all mixed up and you had to throw it away? Oh no! Did you knock over the tray? That stinks so bad. That is the worst when that happens. It takes a lot of patience to separate those out if you really wanted to, but I know a lot of people don't. They're just like, forget it. Oh, okay, so you ordered a new one. Well, that's good. If you need any other tips that you didn't have before, I'll try to help you with them. Just let me know. I have so... Yeah, right? Yeah, like how not to spill our beads. I honestly say I can't help you with that because I've done it on here live. That's just one of the dangers that comes with this project. This art form, it's like spilling your paints. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that right there, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm trying to stay out of Dollar Tree for holiday stuff. Brim said I need to slow down and should have used pants. Well, when you get in that groove, you can't help yourself. Sometimes you don't even realize how fast you're going. You just get so excited by what you're doing. It's hard to explain unless you're actually working on one. I'm, and yeah, sometimes you can get a little careless, or sometimes you just have bad luck like me. Okay, what is up with you today? Come on. Okay, I think it's time for new wax. I think this pen is the wax has seen its final days for right now. Yeah, it's just one of the unfortunately, it's just one of the things that can happen when you work on diamond art. I don't care what kind of trays you have. You can drop things. And it stinks. And I know a lot of people just throw the drills away and start over. I'm the opposite. Dollar Tree is where I got my first diamond art from there. It was a cute little cupcake keychain. I have checked my Dollar Trees a lot, and they never have really any diamond art there. I've seen where some of these stores get like full kits, and I'm like, you never get them around here. Not to say that that's where I want to buy them from, but I mean, I'm not opposed to trying them to see how they are. I'll give any diamond art a chance. There's a lot of the cross stitch at my Dollar Trees, and I can't do cross stitch. I have not mastered that one, and I am not about to try. Just like I can't crochet either. I give it to people who can sit there and do that. I'm like, I can't keep track. I can't French braid, let alone be able to do crocheting. But yeah, Dollar Tree is it's almost as bad as my Temu addiction. I am not afraid to say I have a Temu addiction. I have a very bad Temu addiction. Very bad. And I just can't help it. I like the stuff. And I get good deals on everything. And I don't know. That's just me. I know. Controversial thing. But yeah, I'm going to try very hard to stay out of the decorations for like Halloween and Christmas and stuff this year. I don't know if it'll happen. The only thing I know I actually absolutely 100% am buying is a new inflatable for Halloween, because my pumpkins got murdered by a lawnmower last year. So I need a new inflatable. So I hate to say I've been looking at those already, but I have been, because you catch them before before things start really getting geared up, you can sometimes catch a good deal on them. But so far I have not found one I like. It has to be like about 10 feet long, because I like the real long ones, not the tall ones, but I like the long ones for to go across my front. Like, I don't have a porch. I have like a front stoop per se, and it has like a flower bed in front of it, and I like the inflatable to go all the way across. Like, I put it in the flower bed, and it goes all the way right across. So that's what I like. But we'll see if I can find one I really like this year. I loved the one last year, but I'm not seeing it anywhere this year. So I'm a little bummed about that. I like jack-o'-lanterns. That's like my go-to Halloween decor. And we'll see what I can find. It might be just a little bit too early yet. Tripping in the world can be dangerous. Negative. Wait for the fallen man. Everybody praying for the end of time. I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. That's how I feel right now. I'm not used to working these long shifts anymore. I've been working different shifts this week. That's why I wasn't on Tuesday. My daughter had she had appointments, and then I had to go get my car title switched. So that like took my whole afternoon, which I had to take off of work. And so I've been making up my time each day a little bit, and I'm just not used to it anymore. All right, we're looking at 7. All right. So I'm figuring that this is going to definitely go fast because we're already down to all one color. Word upon your lip. All right. The adrenaline in my veins. I really think there's too many single ones that I can do. I think this is going to be mostly a lot of... Do I want to play with my 10 placer? You know what? Let's play with it. Because this is a lot. I have not played with my 10 placer in a while, so let's just go ahead. It's like I'm dealing in... All right. Okay, so we get a great big piece of wax here that's big enough for me to actually put my 10 placer in. I'm going to do this over here, actually, because I don't want to push that hard on the light board. Although I'm sure it can handle it, but... Come on. All right, let's see here. Come on. All right. Let's play with the 10 placer here and see how fast we can do this. If I can get the right amount of pressure on this thing. Okay. Here. A little excess there. Come on. The rain on the ground. Yeah, see, I just still can't quite get the hang of this 10 placer. Two, 4, 6, 8. See, maybe I should just actually start experimenting with the 9 instead, because I can't even seem to be able to pick up 10. Everything's a mess. No one likes to be alone. Yeah, see. Alright, I'm done. I'm going back to 6. I'm horrible at using this 10 placer. I do not have the patience for tonight. I'm with you. Yeah, let's just go back to our... Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can just use my 6 just so much better. It's a little bit slower, but I don't know. Got the rhythm of it, so I don't know that I just... guess I don't really need to think about changing it too much. If I'm going to go slow using the 10 placer, I might be covering more ground, but I'm going slower. Whereas I can go faster with the 6 placer and just not covering as much ground. So trade-offs, I guess, right? Oh, jeez. Take me somewhere new. I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. Move this up a little bit right there. There we go. So, tomorrow's Friday, thank goodness. I know the weekend will go fast because it always does, but this whole summer is just flying by, to be honest with you. Seeing all the back to school stuff out already is just like, oh. Actually, after this year, I don't even have to ever worry about back to school anymore because my daughter's a senior. She'll graduate and we'll be done with the whole school back to school thing. Won't even be a thought anymore. So it's kind of sad, but kind of a relief at the same time. Because honestly, school shopping was never one of my favorite things to do. I always thought it was ridiculous how many supplies they needed and how they had to be so specific. And then halfway through the year, they did nothing with half of the supplies that they were given. Or they used the supplies for approximately a day. I mean, there's some things that are totally worth investing in. But most of that stuff, they barely use. I mean, when you have an elementary school kid, yeah, you're gonna go through those crayons, glue stick, especially glue sticks, that kind of thing, pencils. As they get older, you're gonna go through the paper, the pencils, pens, but anything else really just becomes like novelty. You ask them and like you get papers sent home. Why aren't your papers in your folder? Oh, I threw in my folder like ages ago. It's like, really? Then why did I buy you folders? Or pencil boxes. Oh, yeah, I just throw my pens and pencils in my book bag. I don't even use that. Oh, hello there. Hello, Raiders. Hi, Tony Uncle Al. How are you? How is your stream? What'd you stream good? What's new? And welcome to all the Raiders. I'm Mrs. Pixel. I do diamond art here on Twitch. And we're currently working on a carousel because we decided to do something summery. Stream went well. Went okay. Just got oh, you gotta go to work. That's the worst. I can't work them evening shifts anymore. And you are totally welcome. I hope your shift goes well. So, oh my gosh. Like I said, just dropping everything left and right. No, but like school supplies, I swear, there's no point in buying half the stuff that they want you to buy. What is your issue today? I bet you any money I didn't take the plastic off that part. We'll go back to it later. River City ran some NES today. Went okay, learned some stuff. That's cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I always love when you learn new stuff during games and all of that. Ooh. Let's see. We got 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we're just trying to get this color blocking done real quick so that way we can move on to the next section, which is a little bit more fun, a little bit more colors, a little bit more to do than just same old, same old. So I was ranting about school supplies and how they're already out in the stores. Back to school is right around the corner. It's like, where did summer go? And I'm not ready. My youngest is already ready for Halloween decorations to go up. And I don't even want to think about it yet. We actually have like a decent little cool spell here right now. So she says that it's given her Halloween vibes, which is awesome. You know, I mean, happy for her that she likes it. I'm just happy it cooled down. It has just been ridiculously warm. And I'm really tired of how warm it's been. It's been nice to actually open the windows and get some fresh air and some nice breezes going. Unfortunately, that's all going to change in the next day or so. But what are you going to do? You know, enjoy it while we got it, right? Hey, Army Mike, how are you doing? What's up? So our oldest daughter called the other day and said that she finally got her clearance. She's starting school finally. You're still sick. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't know you were sick. I feel bad. I'm telling you, I think there's a piece of plastic there. Well, we'll find that out when I lift this up because, oh, those don't even go there. Whoops. Well, where did they go? Oh, there's one. Yeah, she's got 10 weeks now for sure that she'll be down there. Then who knows? Who knows where she'll go after that? She's just happy to finally be learning and doing stuff. She's on detail right now, and she's like, I'm tired of it. She said, although she's been getting a lot of experience in with puzzles lately. All right. I do think that section, yeah, I must have missed the plastic on that side, which does happen because, it's me. And that stuff happens to me. So do you have like a cold or the flu or something unrelated? Go ahead, knock that off of there, pull this out of here, and take off this plastic that I screwed up. Not that I have to. No, I think that's we're just going to put this over here and pretend like we know what it is for right now. Nope, see how they all wiped away? That is all because I missed plastic. I could have swore that it cut off nice and straight, but I guess it did not. So we will have to fix that right this second. And there it is. Our little culprit right there. This little piece. You read a lot, so you just have a cold, but still a cold will make you feel miserable. Especially like if you get the kind with the body aches. Sometimes those are the worst. They're so painful. I hate being sick. All right. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let's attempt this. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let's see if I'm talented enough. To just do one row. Haha. There we go. And I will sort out those blues off camera because I'm not about to try and do it right now. Nobody wants to see me trying to sort drills. If a bad cough and stuffy nose, oh, that really stings. Summer colds are not fun. For some reason, I feel like they last longer and are more miserable than winter ones. All right, we're going to push all of those little drills over there, and I will sort all those out later. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Hopefully you're on the mend and that you're coming through the last bits of it. And since we already have this out, I'm just going to go ahead and put these 7s down. We're doing this a little different. That's what happens when you don't realize you didn't remove all the plastic. Thought for sure I'd gotten it all, but apparently I didn't. All right, I'm gonna set that over there. Left work early yesterday. From 10 to 1, I took a nap with our foster kitties. Aw. Oh. It's amazing how your animals know. They just know when you aren't feeling good and they want to come and snuggle up to you, make you feel better. I know my dog does that to me all the time, especially when I have like headaches and everything. She's always like, Mommy doesn't feel good, so I'm gonna go lay with her and be by her the whole time. It's so cute. All right, we're gonna fill in this a little bit and move down to our next section. And let me go ahead and dump these in here now before I forget what color this is. Because that would be my luck. Like, what color is this again? Did use a lot of those. This is, what, 7? It's nice to just get the color blocking out of the way and work our way into the next section that has all the lots of colors to play with. So are you going to be off work for a little while, or just, you know, brave work, but with the not feeling good, as we all have done? Yeah, just my daughter's had a lot of appointments lately, so I'm making up work and leaving work and making up work, and we're juggling our schedules to try and get her to and from all her appointments. And I think sometimes like doing that runs you down real bad too. I kind of feel like that's going on a little bit. There's another color. See, that's not that color. I'm gonna put that over there. Luckily, we're almost, I would say we're almost done with all of her intake appointments, and then it's just going to become, you know, your regularly scheduled appointments. So I'm happy about that. But let me tell you, went to go to the pharmacy yesterday to pick up her prescription, and because all these Rite Aids are closing, wow. Can I just say I've never waited so long for a prescription unless it wasn't filled at all. I mean, it was crazy the number of people that got switched to the store because Rite Aid had closed, and it's just not gonna, I don't think it's gonna meet demand. So it's just gonna become a fiasco going to the pharmacy now. I think I might have to switch to someplace else on top of it, but I think everybody is just overwhelmed with all these stores closing. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Okay, never mind. Don't come here. You went to work today. If your older daughter likes to read, she should check out Clive Cussler. She does like to read. She did not bring any of her books with her. And then she said something about having to send stuff home before she goes to the next place when she's done with her next her schooling this time around. So I don't know that she'll be reading too much. So they do a lot of puzzles. Yeah, we don't have but one CVS around here, and it's not that great around here. I was thinking about just switching to like, there's a pharmacy in our one of our grocery stores. I was thinking about either that. I don't know if I really want to switch to Walmart or something like that, because yeah, it's Walmart. It's just, Walmart's insane most of the time around here too. It's just as bad with, you know, people traffic wise. But we don't like have a lot of separate things. Most of our pharmacies are inside stores, and I don't always want to go into the store. Like our CVS is in Target. Like I don't know if I want to go into Target. And then we do have a standalone CVS, but it's not the easiest to get in and out of either. So I don't know. But I don't think I'm not liking the idea of, oh, we are totally out of frame. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do that with her meds. They have to be sent in. They have to be sent in every month. Yeah, so it's one of those weird situations. Like there's not even a refill on the bottle. You have to call in the doctor each month and have them send in. So that's no fun. Okay, let's see here. Get y'all back in frame. There we go. Now, hopefully I take all the plastic off this time. I feel like I got it all. So let's just hope we did. Or else I'm going to be having even more drills to sort through. I think we're going to skip a couple rows on this one. It's like, depending on where you go on this thing, sometimes they line up, sometimes they don't. It's really starting to make me annoyed. Good enough. Yes, he is. He is playing VR. So he is behind me at his game system. But yeah, he's hanging around. We've had long weeks this week. Board meetings and all that stuff for him, and then just in general. But I can't I was gonna say, it just totally flew out of my brain. But yeah. I probably shouldn't have put these back in here. Let me put these back in here. You ever just feel so totally scatterbrained? Like that has been me since June. Like worse than ever. I am like my thoughts are more scattered than they have ever been. I can't even say half the things that I'm thinking. Like I keep stopping and sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. It just can't keep them all straight. But I'm glad to finally have my car done and the title all switched and transferred, so that is finally done. That took forever. It took forever to get the title from the dealership, and then to switch it over that wasn't so hard once they actually gave me the title. I had no idea buying a car could be so difficult sometimes. Because I've never actually bought a car myself. This was the first time. And all I did was buy out my lease because I work at home. Other than grocery shopping and occasionally visiting some family, I don't go anywhere. You know? Just wondering if you saw the post I put on his Discord under movie TV talk. I am not certain. He has not mentioned it, but I will make sure that I let him know that you put one on there. Is it for a movie or something? I know, like, what was it? I know there was some sad, like, movie news today because I know, like, what was it? What was it? Shelley Duvall died, and then the kid, gosh, I can't remember his name. He, that was on Alf, he died. I was like, dang, going through all that again. Yes, that's it. Benji. Yeah, I think they said they thought he had a stroke or something. I was like, that's so sad. Because he's the same age as me. I'm like, I am not ready to be thinking about that kind of stuff. All right. We went ahead and finished all the sevens. I'm just going to finish off this tray and we're just going to go. So that's what you posted? Okay. Yeah, I saw that on the news earlier today. I don't know. We were talking about what? Oh, he saw it too. Oh, he saw it too on the news, he said. But yeah, it's so sad that all of these people are going again, you know. I was the fire was wrong. I thought I felt right, but the fire was wrong. All caught up in the eye of the storm. My wife is looking at a new Honda CRV. Nice. I just decided to buy out my lease because I really did like my car. Um, like like I said, I don't go enough places that it's worth it for me to go and get a new lease because I'm not using that kind of mileage. So I just decided that for now, I'm just going to stick with my car. And then as time goes on, I may decide I want something different later on, or, you just never know. Plus, I'm helping to drive my daughter's car while she's gone until she is capable of having her car back. Which, who knows when that's going to be. So I have plenty of cars to drive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cars are expensive. Jeez, I mean, they're more than houses anymore, which is crazy because, like, I'll look up some of that vintage stuff, or like I follow some vintage sites, and the prices of cars used to be versus what they are now. You're just like, how? It's crazy. It's no wonder that number of people that live in their house, that live in their cars. I mean, it's probably worth more than a house anyway. And even trying to find like used cars nowadays is, I mean, good luck. You cannot find a good used car anywhere. So it's hard to find even like a decent used cars for like as starter cars for when your kids are learning how to drive and stuff. Because I am a firm believer of kids do not need brand new cars as soon as they get their driver's license. They need to get used to the road and that kind of thing before we can, you can talk about new cars. And honestly, My oldest, she wanted a new car. She saved up for it, and then she went out and got one on her own. Gives them something to work for, too. There's 108 acres next to my grandparents' farm. That's for sale. Guess the price. 108. I can't remember what state you're in. I'm guessing it's probably about 35 to 40. Might be a little bit more, but somewhere in that vicinity. Minnesota, that's right. My cousin lives in Minnesota, and I keep forgetting that you guys are in the same state. She lives in Rochester. Am I even close to the to the guess? Rochester's your hometown? Nice. Yeah, that's where she lives. I believe that's where her husband's family is from too. So, um, wow, I'm nowhere near close. 7.29 million. Yeah, okay. I was nowhere near close. I was underestimating the price of the amount of acreage there majorly. Yeah, that's crazy. And then you decide what you want to do with that property, and then the taxes, and oh yeah, that's a lot. How long has it been for sale? Is the question. Is there interest in it, or is it going to be a lot that sits there for ages? You see a subdivision going there? You are probably not wrong about that. That seems to be what a lot of properties go for, is that kind of stuff. Or they put another millionth fast food place or something we don't need in. Oh. You larger than life. Yeah, my cousin, she likes it there, but their plan is to eventually move to um when their kids are all grown up. They plan on moving back to Arizona. They really liked Arizona, I guess. So I was like, oh, well, cool, good for you. Never been, couldn't say. I can't judge a place I've never been. I'm just not a fan of heat, that like major heat. But that is anywhere in the country right now. Doesn't matter where you're at. It has been crazy warm. And then we're getting into like hurricane season on top of it, which yes and no affects us here. It just depends on which way it goes. You know, Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. The 6 fields that we rented are now have houses on them. Oh, wow. Wow. I can't imagine building my own house. I would love to, don't get me wrong. I'd so love to be able to like design and build my house from like the ground up. But that's a little out there. Maybe someday. And I'm not like super crazy about like I don't need like tons of stuff. There's just some things that I would just love to have. But if I could fix up my own house the way I wanted to, then I would probably just stay here and do that. Because I do like my neighborhood. I do like the city I live in. I like my neighbors. Don't care for the school district, but um, you know, I think everybody would love to be able to like fix their houses up. They had like unlimited funds to be able to fix their house up. Like, what would you do with it? Like that kind of thing. I can't even, I have like a huge list. Mm-hmm. We be left in the dust as I stuck by you, a sunflower. I think the biggest thing that I would love to do to our home, if I was going to remodel our home, would be is I would love to be able to put a porch on the front of my house. I miss having a front porch. That would be the biggest thing that I would love to change about my house. And that's not even like asking that much, like, or like, that's not even that crazy of a thing. I mean, it is, but it isn't, you know? I just miss having a front porch with a swing. I had one growing up my whole life, so it was kind of my favorite little place to go, and I miss having that. Okay. Got a few F's, not too many. But there's a house that built close to my grandparents on 2024. It on 2.4 acres. The house is 3,045 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathroom, and the price is ouch. That's what the price is. Ouch. We'll just go with ouch. I can't remember. I know it was my cousin's house was well over $1 million when they built theirs. Um, so I can only imagine what that would cost. 1.45 million. Yeah, because it sounds like a similar layout than as hers, only they don't really have too much acreage because they actually built their house on the golf course, like around the golf course, like how you can do that because they're such avid golfers, they figured why not? Yeah, you know. So I guess that makes sense for them. But yeah, I can only imagine. I don't know what the full amount of hers cost, but I don't want to know either. She's happy. That's all that matters, right? Well, she can afford it too, and that she can afford it too. But she can definitely afford it. But like, doesn't Rochester get like? Doesn't Minnesota get like a lot of snow? Like ridiculous amounts of snow. I don't know if they get more snow than like New York or anything, but I know they get a lot of snow. Because I feel like every time I turn around, they were getting like some kind of crazy snowstorm. Nope, I wanted that one. You know that I want to be till I make you mine. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. I wish I had that much money. 1.45 million. I'd stay right where I'm at and build myself a nice little house and probably have plenty left over. Because I look at it this way. I'm not, like when you have a big house, you've got way more to clean. And I know, like, all right, if you've got a house that big, you can obviously afford to have somebody like clean your house for you. But it's like, I don't want anybody else cleaning my house for me. I'm picky that way. I would rather clean my own house. So if I always say, it's like, I would take someone to cook for me over someone to clean my house because I hate cooking. I would rather clean my own house, and the smaller the house, the easier to clean. Of course, if you had like that, you'd be able to afford all the fun gadgets and gizmos too that they have for cleaning your house. Because they do have some fun cleaning stuff nowadays. I've seen. I'm like, ooh, I want that. It's not like it used to be. They've got gadgets for everything nowadays. Yeah, I really like this canvas so far. I mean, it's coming across pretty, very pretty. It's very summery feeling. I do have a couple landscapes I might do next. Some pretty waterfalls and stuff like that. Just sticking with the summer theme before it decides to turn awful out again. If I remember right, they didn't get a lot of snow in 23, 24. I don't think anybody did. I don't feel like 23, 24 was that bad of snow, which is why we're paying for it with the crops this year. Whatever the weather trend is that's going on right now. Um, I'm okay with the snow as long as it's not ridiculously freezing outside. I don't like when you're trying to clean the snow and um it freezes as fast as you can clean it, or when you shovel it turns to ice because it's just that cold out. I can't remember what year it was, but when it was, we had one winter. It's not terribly long ago, but I mean, I think the high um was like minus 15 degrees with like minus 40 wind chills. It was like the coldest, one of the coldest I think I can ever remember it being. And like people's cars wouldn't even start because it was just too cold for the batteries. So we don't usually get cold like that, but we have in recent years. I think they closed the snowmobile trails in January because of the lack of snow. That's weird. You know, it's kind of like when they have to close the ski resorts because there's no snow. There's something up with that when that kind of thing happens, and it unfortunately does happen. Yeah, we have the park, you know, we have our park near us, and usually they close like half of the roads because they curve and wind so much. So when the snow comes, you don't slip and slide all over the place going through the park. But I don't know that they really closed them for very long this year. I think it was they closed them just for little short stints, which is unusual for here too. This is definitely a mild winter, which was, I mean, I like mild winters personally, but um, for a lot of different reasons. But I mean, you can tell it does throw things off when we have one. And we usually get some really crazy weather like the following year or something like that. And that's pretty much, I think, what we're getting now with all the extreme heat. It just stinks because if we have a drought, then that means price of crops is going to go up, which means price of everything else goes up. You know, that lovely chain effect is horrific. I mean, it's not like things aren't already ridiculously priced. So I can only imagine if we don't start getting some rain, how much higher things are going to get around here. And probably not just here, like everywhere. My wife went to Michigan Tech, which is in the Upper Peninsula. The year she graduated, they got 328 inches of snow. Wow. That's quite a bit. That's a lot. Like, that's one of those situations where you have to make sure you have enough of everything in your house and stuff like that because you just don't know if you're going to be able to get to the grocery store type situations. I mean, I know my area. They're so crazy about when we go to get given bad weather and they know that it's going to they say a snowstorm or something like that, it's going to come like you've got people like flying to the stores and all the bread, milk, everything disappears off the shelves like crazy for like and we're supposed to get like maybe 2 inches of snow. And that's like nothing for us here. I mean, it's kind of funny. Let's see. I just usually do my grocery shopping according to ads and stuff like that more than I do some of it according to the weather. Like if I know if they say that it's going to be like ridiculously bad for um like a full week, or they're predicting that we get like 6 to 8 or 6 to 12 inches of snow or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and go get stuff and be prepared. But 2 inches of snow, I live close enough to a store. I'm sure I can get there with no problems. Record 355 inches in 1978-79. That was because of that blizzard, the blizzard of 78. I've read a lot about the blizzard of 78. I've seen a lot of local history pictures from it too. So, like, that was like one of the worst storms, I guess. They would go sledding to get to class in the winter. Hey, at least they were creative. I just remember reading a lot about that. I was just a baby when that came about. But I remember, like I said, I saw a lot of pictures of it. And like, I guess they had like an anniversary edition or something about it in our local news over the winter. I don't know what winter, something a couple years ago. And I saw all that and I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Because obviously I wouldn't remember it, but the least amount of snow was 81 inches in 1930 to 1931. Yeah, they were probably like, what's going on that year? So do we really have like global warming, or is it, I mean, you see the things going up and down like crazy. Like I know that could be like that's a very controversial thing, but is it really a thing, or is it just the way the world is? Goes up and down like a yo-yo. It's like I didn't want to open a can of worms there, so I was trying not to, but sometimes I wonder. Oh, I missed a bunch of the peas. They have snow readings all the way back to 1890. That's fun. I love history. Like, I love learning about things. Especially, I know it's weird that I like the weather so much, but I do. I was always the little weather girl at work. They're like, everybody's like, okay, so what should I wear tomorrow? I'm like, well, it's supposed to do this. I was supposed to do that. They're like, you're the little weather girl. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like, I just like being prepared. Now I work at home and it's like, okay, well, it's doing what outside? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know it was going to do that today. I rarely look at the weather as much as I used to, unless I have something planned. When I know I have to go out in it, I tend to be like looking at the weather all the time. It's like, okay, it's going to do this day, so I should do this day. And is anybody else like that, or is that a me thing? Like, I mean, you plan to a certain degree, like when you know you're going to do a project, but I don't know. The weather really does um, affect how I plan to do things for the week. All right. Go ahead. I clearly did get all the plastic off that time, so that's really good. Unfortunately, I'm gonna flip it upside down so I can actually pull this off with some. Beautiful. That one came right up. No problems. That was pretty cool. Let me move that one real quick. I have been very good. I have not bought any more diamond arch recently. I have got to get through all the ones that I have because I have quite a few. And I find that I am looking at some of these kits and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. And then I realize, oh, shoot, I already bought that. So we're getting into that point where I'm like, I really need to work on these so I can remember what I actually bought and didn't buy. We're all the way down there so you can't actually see that. I've done that one too many times where I have bought repeats and it's fine, you know. I mean, like, I deal with it, you know. It's not the end of the world, but it's like I could be buying something else, or I could just not be buying anything, period, which is more of what I should be doing. And getting through the ones that I have. Oh, jeez. Because I do have a lot of really cute canvases that I'm just like so excited to work on. I found that I'm like, I go through like phases of what I gravitate towards. It's all usually pretty much fantasy related, but sometimes it's characters, sometimes it's places, sometimes it's objects. So I think we're kind of on, I guess you would say, objects right now because I'm liking like some of these, you know, trees and clocks and this is not the only carousel one I have, but the other one I'm going to do on my own because the picture is a little on the squished side and did not come out quite, or it's not quite what I thought it was going to be when I got it. So that's just going to be on my own little thing. And like currently I have like a little carriage that I'm working on too. So, you know, so I'm kind of on like objects right now. Man, I did a Google map of Rochester. I can't believe how big it got and how much farmland it lost. Yeah, that's usually the way these big cities get. Like I said, that's what I've noticed when we went down south was because those cities got so big, their infrastructure couldn't handle the amount of people living there. So they didn't have any choice but to build their things upwards versus, you know, outwards. And I think that's why you see so many more skyscrapers and tall buildings because there's no other way to to accommodate everything. There's no room to expand outward, so you've got to expand up. It is a little warm down here. Let's see, BM. I don't think any of these are on here. Right? I'm glad tomorrow's Friday, though. I know I have things I want to do. We'll see how much I actually get done. I was relatively ambitious for the first part of last weekend, and then got hit with a massive headache, and that didn't go away for the rest of the weekend. I did not get anything else done. I did still stream because I really wanted to, and I really wanted to start this, and I'm really trying to get back on schedule with everything. But man, these headaches have been pretty intense lately. And I'm not the only one that I know. It's like, I don't know if it was a pressure system from, weather changes, from the hurricanes coming and stuff. I seem to be sensitive to that kind of stuff. But several other people that I in my family and stuff like that were having the exact same problems. So I don't think it was all me. But I do get a lot of tension headaches, and I know it's because I work on a computer like consistently, and it's not just like looking one way. I gotta look like 5 million ways because I have like 3 different screens. And I think after a while that really starts taking a toll on your neck. Okay. Oh, we can see this one on here. Okay, I don't have to move the camera that much. Look in my eye. I really do need to get a new razor blade because this one just really is not cutting as well as it should. Okay, just making sure. You feel like there's a little piece there though still. I guess not. Might have just been the reflection. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Whew. Well, we're flying through this column pretty fast, guys. So that's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, thank you. I do actually need a good stretch. I wish I could get my back to crack all the way though. It cracks a little bit, but like my daughter can just like crack, 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 crack. I'm like, how do you do that? I would feel so much better if I could do that. She's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, well, so saith you. Does anybody have any weekend plans? Anything worthwhile that they're thinking about doing, or any fun activities going on? Ow. Sleeping. I would love to be able to say I was going to do that. I can't sleep lately. Like I go to bed and I just toss and turn and toss and turn. And I feel so bad because I'm keeping Unbreakable up so much. And I feel horrible about it. Because I know he's so tired because I toss and turn so much. I am a toss and turner, but it's been all really bad lately. Like worse than normal. I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know what it is. So usually what happens is that if I can't sleep, I get up and I work I work on diamond art until I get so tired that I can't keep my eyes open, and then I can usually fall asleep. But that usually only gives me about 2 to 3 hours of sleep before I have to get up for work. So still doesn't help as good as much as I would like it to. Because my problem is I get really, I'll start working on a piece like this, and I'll start getting real excited as I'm working on it. The more I work on it, the more excited I get because I know that I'm making progress, and then I get happy and excited, and I want to work more, and then before I know it, half the night is gone, and it's like a vicious cycle. It's kind of like when playing a game or something like that, you just like, I know I can finish this level, and you don't want to stop until you do, and that's kind of the same thing. Not quite, but kind of. Yeah, I think I'm going to see where the weekend takes me this weekend. Don't really have any full on-set plans. I'm may or may not um, get stuff done, or may not do anything. I really don't know. As of right now, I am not planning to do much of anything. I'll see how the mood strikes me when the weekend actually comes. Well, I hope you feel better soon, Army Mike, because I feel bad that you don't feel good. I hate seeing people be miserable. You never know. Maybe I'll report back here on Sunday and be like, listen, guys, I totally cleaned out my whole entire house and like threw out half of everything I own. And, you know, it could happen. We'll see. I'm not. I'm not ruling it out. I'm saying it's very unlikely, but I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I could be like, yeah, I'm feeling really good. Let's do this. Chances are unlikely, but is there a possibility? Absolutely. Let's see. I think I got all the ones. Me too. I had so much chicken noodle soup the last 2 days. Is that the only thing? Like, is that what you normally eat when you're sick, or is that just what you're being served, or the only thing you can eat? That's even worse. Unbreakable doesn't like soup. He will not eat it. Yeah, only if he's very, very, very sick. No, you will not. No, you won't. He does like chicken noodle, but it has to be like the chunky kind, right? Preferably like the chunky kind. Like not your good old fashioned Campbell's, you know. Or the little chicken and stars that you used to get when you're little. Let me see, threes. That's what you like when you're sick, but you had McDonald's tonight. Gotcha. Yeah, there's something about the way that chicken noodle soup tastes when you're sick. It really does help. It is I don't know if it's what it is, but it does. It's like the only thing that actually like really tastes good when you're all congested too. I think everything else just starts to taste like awful. Only lies. Let's see. I just had to double check because I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even pick out the right color, right? Because that would really stink. I would not want to have to pull all these off. I've had to do that in the past. And that is not something I felt like doing tonight. I realized it after the fact. I'm like, I should probably double check that this is actually the right color. I mean, you can easily pull these off, but do I want to? No. Have I had to do it in the past? Well, more times than I like to count. I'll get a tangent about something and then, or be talking about something, or just won't be paying attention and realize that I put the wrong color in the wrong spot. Has happened. Yeah, I would say definitely a handful of times. Try to be careful of it, but you know. I think it's almost time for some more wax. Where's this thing at? Hey, there we go again. I can't even see half the things. My eyes are starting to get tired. Let's go with this one here. I don't really know that there's too many in here. 4D, I don't see 5s. Got some 6s. Not too many. But my dream beyond is empty as my conscience seems. I like Progresso chicken and home style noodles, rich and hearty soup. Yeah, I like those too. Those are my go-to. I definitely like the Progresso for the chicken soup. I do like Campbell's stuff though too. But Campbell's I'm more into their other flavors. Like I love soup. So I can eat soup all the time. But I like more of their like gumbos and stuff like that, and tortilla soups because they actually have some decent like bite to them, so they're really good. But Progress is good when you're sick because there's not as much salt in it, I feel like. In a city so dead, out up so high upon such a breakable thread. I usually try to stock up on soup whenever it goes on sale, which isn't very often. And I go through it pretty fast. Because it's definitely one of my just go-tos. They used to be all I would buy when I worked at the hospital. Like I go to the cafeteria, that'd be my go-to for lunch every day. If I can't get chicken noodle, it'd be clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl. I can't eat any kind of seafood, so that would be a no for me. But I can't do clams. But I've heard a lot of people, well, like, say that clam chowder is really good. I think I might have had it once, like a little bit when I was younger, but it always made me sick and I didn't know why. And that turned out to be the reason why. Ironically, I was going through old papers last weekend and I actually did find my sheet from when I had my allergy testing when I was younger. And yeah, that list is a little long. Some things I may not be allergic to anymore, but Um, I don't take the chance just because. I miss San Francisco sourdough bread. Oh, I like sourdough bread. My a friend of mine's daughter has started this little roadside stand per se, I guess you would call it, where you can, sell baked goods and stuff. And she started selling sourdough bread that she makes herself. And she's getting to the point where she can't keep up with the orders. I said she's gonna have a nice little business on her hands if she keeps this up. But she's supposed to be just doing that in her spare time because she has a full-time job too. And sourdough bread takes a while to make. And she's just like, I can't keep up. I guess she makes this sourdough bread with like peppers and stuff in it. I guess it's supposedly really good. I haven't had a chance to try it because she's always sold out. But yeah, I haven't had some sourdough bread in a minute. We did buy some. We started making grilled cheese sandwiches with Texas toast. The really thick bread. I'm like, yeah, I'll never go back to regular bread now, because that makes some really great grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know, but San Francisco sourdough bread tastes different. I wonder why. Or what their recipe is. I never had it. I have suffered all my anger. There wars that can be won. Wow, we pretty much blown through this column pretty fast today. I think we got one more square to do after this, and we'll have done our column for tonight. And there's no one to lean on. I don't know if I'm just moving fast or what it is. I tried to measure out the columns so that they would be the same as the previous column was, but I may have made it a little smaller. I'm used to doing it the other way and not in rows, not columns, so it is possible that I did do that. But that's okay. Let's see. I'm really liking this blue. This is pretty. I like blue. I like purple. They're my kind of gravitate towards those colors. So every time I get like sections of them, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. All right. Push this up here. I really don't know if this does anything for these drills on this. I've just been doing it a lot lately. I don't know what made me start to use that again. It is good for pushing down the stencil, but like I don't know if it really does anything for the drills in the stencil. Because I still have to push down some of them. There we go. Let's see. All right, there, we're back in frame. Okay, let's fill in these sides here real quick. Then we'll start our last square. And that'll be that. I don't even know if I have any H's, H, J, K. Nope, I don't think we have. Nope, I got J's right there. Duh. That's what happens when your eyes start getting like tired. Mm. Let's see. Okay, we got just about done with these. And I didn't realize I skipped 2 rows. I probably should have realized that.
Yeah.
So has anybody seen the trailer for the new Marvel series for was that Agatha's from um gosh, I can't remember the name of it. I just saw it this afternoon. It's supposed to be coming out around Halloween. It looks like it will be pretty interesting. It'll be good for like Halloween. Um so that's going to be interesting. I didn't know Marvel had any series coming out right now. For some reason, I felt like they were focusing on movies again. Although I don't even know what movie's coming out next because I feel like I'm behind for some reason.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like since basically since June, my brain has just like been in I don't know, a different world, and I feel like time has somehow slipped by even though it hasn't. Does that make any sense? But
Oh wow.
I wish I wouldn't have skipped 2 rows. I mean, I don't do too bad at getting these lined up, but I know I can't make them as straight as they should be, or as straight as I would like them to be. So,
that's kind of cool.
Mhm. Let's
Oh yeah,
see. Six.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
we have any of these. Like we're getting into. We're still going through this part where there's not a lot in each tray that we're doing yet. Like we can go through almost get rid of full trays without touching
Oh,
anything on them.
oh
So
yeah.
we definitely haven't gotten into all of the colors that this canvas is going to utilize yet. Because we've not gotten into really any of the yellows yet, which clearly is going to be in these probably this next column.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely think I gotta make it a point to
Yeah,
try to
I get
make
it.
to switch up some music though this weekend. If I don't do anything else, maybe I should do that. Because the same music's got to be getting boring for you guys. To me, I could play all this all the time, but need to change it up some. Okay, we got the A's. There's no twos. We got some B's. Yeah, you're still waiting for some jazz. I'm going to have to really look at jazz. I don't have a whole lot of jazz that I listen to, but that doesn't mean that there's not some that I wouldn't be open to. Um, I'm just not like I haven't been around it enough to listen to it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know how to put it. All right, let me move this camera down real quick here. I don't think I'm doing too bad with the camera tonight, though. I think we're looks like I mean like it's. I think I'm getting a pretty decent angle. We're gonna pull up this time instead of down. And then I guess to the side because that didn't cut. Okay. All right, last square. Oh yeah, I remember you did say you did do that. Yeah. I know I have. I don't know what is considered jazz, but there is this one song that the song that they used. Well, I think it was in. I want to say it was in Black Mirror. I really liked it, but I don't know if that's considered jazz. Okay, I don't like the way that looks. That's probably why I skipped two. Um,
That was weird. Here, your Josh is next.
Okay. Unbreakable's playing with my computer and the music, so that. Ooh, that's all stuck all over me. Oh, come on, get off my hand. I can't say I've ever heard these songs like this before, so that's definitely different. Come on, come here. Blinding Lights is a good one. Wait, that goes all the way over here. Nope. Don't want to do that. Yeah, I can honestly say I've never like I honestly don't really listen to music like this too often. What was the other song though? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Um oh, see, it's gonna bother me now. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Bu- 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 Yeah, but where is it? That's right. I need. Wait, maybe that's not the way to look it up. Let me look up a different way. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out the what what is
It wasn't a jazz song.
okay,
It
I
was
didn't
like an old,
that's
like
what I
more
didn't
like an
think it was a
oldie.
jazz song. I thought it was more like an old bluesy song that
Yeah, it was like an old.
Motownish.
Well,
Okay, I
But
guess
I don't know,
that would make sense.
like old school.
Yeah, definitely. I really liked that song though. The one from that show.
Hmm.
I'm
Because I
just gonna have you DJ my streams from here on out.
hmm.
Oh, let's see. I can't even get a hold of the drills. Why do I have this bad feeling that I just put all those on J's? And it could just be because I'm just seeing the one next to it. No, I'm doing it right. I just sometimes my eyes start to go funky after a while, and especially when I'm like super tired. I had no idea there were even versions of these songs as such. I'm just gonna have Unbreakable from now on just DJ my streams because he's always been much better at music than me anyway. I'm picturing a nightclub from the 1940s. Is that your go-to place? I never thought about like taking modern day about that how they take modern day songs and change them up. I always forget that people do that. Let's see here. Are you reading that? Okay. I'm just. I need some more. Do I have B? No. So this is all we have for B. I feel like there's not a lot left for B. Like somehow. Yeah, this is the one I like. Try to see me, and still I'll care for you. You can run around, even put me down, still I'll be there for you. I
Yeah, what's up?
oh, but anyone who knows what love is
Me
will
like that? Of course I did. I'm not lying.
understand.
No, I'm not. Of course I told you. I'm gonna be honest.
Who knows what love is will understand. That song, I really like that song. Let's see. Wait, A, B, C, 3. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right, and we got D's done. 4D, 5. We got a few E's. Not too many. E 6F. What? Mm. Nope, I think we're done with that tray too. So we're getting down to the last trays here because we're almost done with all of this for today. I do think I need some more. We need some more. Not a lot, just a little bit more. No. For you. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. We'll go back to our 6 again. Oh, we got that. Okay, I know I got a 3 over there. Whew. I wish I'd seen you blow those candles out. For you, these 5 words I swear to you. These 5 words I swear. Okay, I think I got all the M's. We've got some N's to do. And R. Looks like we're winding down to our last few colors here. Oh boy. But yeah, I don't know. Jazz to Metallica. That's okay, right, guys? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on a list. I'll try to add some more different genres in there if that's appealing to everybody, then too. I've always just been like, you can tell I like a lot of like rock and such. I can remember listening to Aerosmith way back when I was like young because my mom used to have some Aerosmith records that she would listen to. But when Aerosmith got real popular, again back in the 90s, I had no idea that it was the same group because Steven Tyler's voice had changed so much. I was like, no, that's not him. I was like, it sounds nothing like him. She's like, oh, trust me, that's him. I'm like, really? But, because of, I'm sure, just years of singing and screaming and yelling and stuff and smoking and all that kind of, his voice had changed like a ton. Still very, like still good, but just he did not sound anything like I was used to hearing him sound. From like way back. I say that like he's like ancient. I mean, he's older, but he's not ancient. Drift away, fade away. All right. All right, let's see here. We're going to take this off, fill in the side, and that'll be it for tonight. Okay, maybe I'll sleep tonight. What's the chances of that happening? Good, I hope. I don't know. I just feel bad about tossing and turning so much. I don't know how to fix that. So, and we had gotten one of those mattresses that's not supposed to transfer like when you do that kind of stuff, but it did it anyway. It does it anyway. Good night, Army Mike. I hope you feel better, and I hope that you have a good weekend. All right, so we're gonna fill this in. And then we will be done with this row. Or, no, column. Sorry. I can tell my eyes are getting tired because I've done, like I said, extra work this week, extra long shifts, making up some time. And um, like my eyes are like dragging. Do you know what I mean? I must feel like I might need to change some of the lighting down here too. Hmm. All right, and two. All right, we got some bees. Oh, I totally missed the A's for some reason, duh. Oh, jeez. If I can hang on to the drills tonight, that would be really, really great. Magnet in spring, spiral into the unknown. Let me see. G7. I don't think we have any blues really left down here. I think we're into more of the browns, purples, grays colors. I don't think we have any of these either. We do have 1/6. All right, we got some R's. Not too many. Just like 2. All right, looks like we got, oh my gosh, did I just put N there? I did, didn't I? No, that was supposed to be N. Why do I feel like I put something there that wasn't supposed to be there? No, I grabbed the right color. I just went back to the wrong color. All right, we're just about done. Got like 3 more to go. All right. All right. We got our 2 rows done. Oh, let's see. Nope, we don't want to. So, it's coming along pretty good. It looks really cute. I really do like it. So we will definitely, I'm thinking we'll get like probably the middle part of this done probably on Sunday, which I believe is going to be my next scheduled stream. So well, I think that's it for me, guys. I will definitely talk to you guys all on Sunday. I hope you have a great weekend. I think we are just going to call it quits for the night, and I will see all of you on Sunday. So happy streams, everybody. Bye.